to try to find a clue. So let's put on our thinking caps and turn our ears up high. When we're reading through the Bible, there's no telling what you'll find.
Name's Percy Illingsworth, a private investigator, PI. I work in this city. It's kind of a dump, really. Trouble all around, noise, all kinds of things going on, but trouble mostly. You know, one would say that's a bad thing, but you know, as long as I can find a few people I can profit off of their troubles, then I've made it in life. And that's what I aim to do. Although this being kind of the slow time of year, I really need someone, a client. I need a paying client to come in. Come in.
Fix my arm.
Your arm? What's going on? What's the matter with your arm?
I broke it.
So let me get this straight. You want me to find the guy that broke your arm?
No, I want you to fix it.
Okay, did you read the sign out front?
Come to think of it, no.
It says, private investigator, PI, Percy Illingsworth.
Oh, I didn't know what that
I'm a
meant.
private investigator. I work in this city. Oh, wait, I've already said that. But yeah, I'm a detective. Do I look like a doctor to you?
No.
You see the door? Get out it. I ain't got time for this. I need some paying customers. I can't help a broken arm. I need something else. I need something. I need a good case. I need a... Come in. Oh, this is a big guy.
Okay, what kind of place is this? You don't even got a front door. Okay.
Sit down.
Okay.
You look like a guy that's got trouble.
Okay.
Hey, careful with the furniture.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay.
The right way.
Okay.
Okay. I would kick back and relax, but I don't think it's gonna work. All right. What you got? You look like a guy that's got trouble.
Yeah. Hi. Oh yeah. Well, I'm here. Okay. So I'm a cab driver. Okay.
Okay.
And see, I'm kind of.
What's your first problem?
Sorry. Can y'all hear me? I'm a cab driver. Okay.
That's your first problem.
And,
That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
But I'm kind of loose with the way I spend my money. You see, and I've kind of acquired some debts. I don't want to go into too much detail. But,
You're not alone.
But not all of it was exactly legal. So,
I gotcha.
basically, it's kind of a scary situation because my bookie, he's a big old ugly guy, and he looks like he could really mess me up. And he has ties with the mob, and I don't know. I know I owe him a lot of money, and I haven't exactly been able to make the payments that we've arranged. And so, I know I'm in a heap of trouble. I've got issues going on with my family. I'm having to pay for my kids and all the child support.
What? Hold it. Now, I might can be able to find who's after you. That's kind of what I do. Now, the family stuff, you're gonna have to see a counselor for that, because I don't do that kind of thing, so just get to the point here. You want to hire me, basically, to find people that are after you. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, yes. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So
okay.
So everything was good. I thought, okay, I'll make slow payments. Maybe he'll be gracious, even though he's kind of humbled the last few guys that have been in my situation. But I was hoping I could get some grace, and I was thinking, no, I'll play it out. I'll see how it plays out. But then all of a sudden, some random person runs up to my car, runs up to my cab while I'm driving. I've got people in the back seat, scared everybody, and they just threw this right in the window, and they was like, yeah,
what's this?
This is gonna change everything, is what they said. That's what they said to me. Is what they said.
What's in this thing?
I'm really hoping that it's gonna have some kind of clues as to my immediate future.
Well,
To put it lightly.
today's your lucky day.
Okay.
Because I am a professional at finding clues.
Okay.
So, the problem is, I don't do it for free.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay.
I gotta have some payment of some kind.
Okay, hold on.
Something green, hopefully.
Hold on. Okay. Will you take labor from my children?
No, I think that's slightly illegal. I want to be above board here.
Do you take a library card?
Do I look like a librarian?
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. This is all I got, and this is supposed to go to my kids. So you use it wisely.
That's
okay?
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think you're up for it? I mean, it's
You've got yourself a detective, at least till this holds out.
Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you work quick and let me know what to find out.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll see you later. Forget about it. All right. I'm gonna put this right here in the shoe. Tuck that right in there. That way the money will never go to my head. Okay. So, clue book. What? Maybe another paying. Okay, what's your problem? What can I do for you?
Broken heart.
A broken heart. I'm so
Can't
sorry.
fix it.
Can't help you. For the broken heart. What? Did you not read the sign either? I got one paying customer today, and you're asking me to do something I can't do. Unless it's something connected with the broken heart. What do you want me to fix? What do you want me to find?
I want you to fix my heart.
I can't fix your heart.
Put it back together.
I'm sorry, I can't fix your heart. This is kind of getting old, okay? You know, I would like to be able to help you. I kind of feel for you, but you know what? It's life. You get your heart broke. It's just the way it is, all right? You see the door?
So you can't help me?
No, I can't help you. You need to see a therapist or something.
But you are a therapist.
A therapist? What made you think I was a therapist?
I mean, you have a tie.
The tie makes me a therapist?
Kind of. And
You're a special kind of crazy young lady. You see the door? Get out the door. I can't help you. I can't help you. This is a weird day. But I do have one paying client, and so I'm going to get after what it was. Let's see here. Get those other people. Let's see here. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And not what I was expecting. Not this kind of a book. Clues, huh? Well, it may be weird. The words may be strange. But I'll try to find clues nonetheless. Let's see, the beginning, let's see. God created the heaven and the earth, and that He created the first two people, the first couple there, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve in the garden, in paradise. Seems everything is good. Wait, there's only one thing they couldn't do. They couldn't eat of this tree. Oh. Serpent. Yeah, I don't like serpents. I don't like those snakes. Uh-oh. Seems the serpent made the woman sin, and then she caused her husband to sin. Now they've been kicked out of the garden. Here's the trouble. I knew it was coming. A trouble everywhere. They were in trouble. There's no problem. No problems like the current ones that they're in. They've never known trouble before. Now they're sad. Now they're upset. They've lost paradise here. But wait a second. God appears to them. He says that this serpent, it says that the seed of the woman will bruise the serpent's head. That's a clue if I've ever seen one. And I'm a professional clue finder, so we'll call that hope. They've got hope now, so we'll call that hope. hope that something's going to change it. They've got something against this serpent that ruined their life. That's a good start. Still strange, though. I've never read a book quite like this before. Yeah, I'll get on to another part. Seems like there's a lot of stories in this part of this book. Abraham. Now here's a guy that, boy, he does good things. Man, it's all good in the beginning, always good. He's got to sacrifice his only son. That's not good. Wait a second. He's got to bring him out, and he's got to offer him up. He's got to take his life, offer him as a sacrifice. His son has to even carry the wood. He has to bring the wood for his own sacrifice. That makes no sense. What kind of God is this? Boy, this book is strange. Makes no sense. He's got to lay him down. He's got to take his life. But it says right as he's about to take his life, here it is. God steps in. He says, no, I'm not going to take your life. I'm going to provide. He's a provider. That's clue number 2, provider. Looking for somebody to give some kind of a, maybe it's this provider that brings the hope that we talked about. Here we go. It's been a little bit. I've been reading through this thing. Seems story after story, but here's another one that intrigued me. They always seem to kind of have the same theme. They start off good, then something bad happens. These 3 Hebrew children, it says Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. They won't worship this idol that's been set up. What was it? Man, the king throws them in the fiery furnace. Here's the trouble again. It just seemed like I'm seeing this pattern over and over again. Here's the trouble. You know, the city's full of trouble, so I identify with this. But it says no, they threw 3 men in, and there's 4 men walking around in the fire. The king says, "Come out of the fire." He says, "Didn't we throw 3 men in? But I saw 4." And the 4th one looked like the Son of God. The Son of God. I don't know if I'd know what the Son of God looked like, but apparently they did. This is not making a whole lot of sense, but I've never seen anything like this before. I feel different. Something's different. Come in. I am a detective.
I can't figure out why I'm always alone. I can't figure out why everybody leaves me, why people betray me, why I'm not good enough for anybody. I can't, can you please help me?
I'm a detective. I know I've had clients before that asked for something I couldn't do.
I know, it said on your sign you were a detective. I just need help. I just need help.
You must just need anybody at this point if you're coming to me. For this problem, I'm a detective. I don't know. I can help you with it. What? You saying you're just alone? Is that what it is? I need something more than that.
Everyone that's ever been in my life has left me, has hurt me, has betrayed me. No one has ever loved me, and I need somebody to help me figure out what's wrong with me that they can't, that I'm not good enough for them to love me.
I don't know how to do that. I can look for clues, but this is something different. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been this frustrated before. I don't know how to help you, ma'am. I don't know how to help you. I really, really wish that I could. I don't know what to tell you. You'll just have to go somewhere else. I don't even know who to send you to. Feels kind of odd for me to say I'm a detective. I'm supposed to know stuff, but I don't even know. This book has changed. This book has made me see things different. I don't know. I don't even know who I am anymore. Hardly. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to just go. I don't know what to do for you.
That's okay. I'm kind of used to people disappointing me, so thank you.
I've never felt this way before. Well, it was always easy, just make money off of people's problems, but this is more. I want to offer something different. I want more than just finding stuff. There's got to be something. Now, these people, I just read about them here, and something tells me this is true. It's more than just stories. But they found hope. They found a provider. They found a deliverer. Here it is again. Again, it's over and over, but here it is again, a boy named David. David. He's after God's own heart, it says in here. This is somebody that's got something. But he was just it seems like what a battle here. They lined up, a Philistine came out. He was a big man. He was a giant, it says. He came out, and for 40 days, and David said, I come to you in the name of the Lord. And with just a sling, he took that sling. And he took Goliath down. That's impossible. I would believe it's impossible, but it's over and over again. I see it over and over again. This Lord, the name of the Lord, he said. What is the Lord? Who is the Lord? I'm going to have to figure this out. I need this. I need something. I just realized all the trouble I'm in. I don't have an answer for it. And my client doesn't have an answer. I'm going to have to sleep on this. I'm going to have to rest for a little while. I'm going to have to try to find out what it is. But this clue, he's a conqueror. So he's hope. He's a provider. He's a deliverer. He's a conqueror. I'm so close. I just know he's somebody that I need to know. I know he's the Lord. It just says it's the Lord. Maybe a good night's sleep, maybe some rest will help me solve this mystery.
He turned the lights on.
That concludes the first part of our little performance here tonight. I'm going to hand this off to Sister Cindy.
I guess we're the entertainment tonight. No, we really don't want to be just entertainers. We want to be ministers. And in our fun way, we try to minister to others, and I hope you enjoy what they're doing tonight. We started this puppet team up again after being absent for a few years, and some of our puppeteers weren't able to help us this time, and so we had to recruit a couple of us old-timers, so y'all be patient with us and bear with us tonight. When you haven't done it in several years, it makes a difference. We want to thank Emily for making the curtains for us. Amen. My daughter-in-law, Emily. And Timothy, he bought the puppet stand for us. So I appreciate them having the burden to do this ministry because I enjoy puppetry. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy it. And they're doing a great job, and they work really, really hard, all these puppeteers. And when I ask them to do the impossible, somehow they come through and they do it. And I really appreciate them being willing to do what I ask them to do. And I appreciate it very much. Sorry, it takes a little bit to get this stuff together, but they're trying. Oh, sorry, technicality here. Hold on, what is going on here? When you think you got it all fixed. We tried playing it over our PA system, but it didn't sound right, so we're resorting back to our little CD player. Can I get a witness? Okay, it's not working. Did somebody flip a switch? Let's try. Someplace not right. Okay. Okay, looks like we're ready as soon as Timothy gets back over there with his puppet.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night.
back here. It's organized chaos. Disclaimer here, not that we believe in these styles of music, but it's what makes these puppet songs fun. So just ignore that part and just get the words. I mean, they're all Christmas carols. Don't shoot
bearing gifts, we travel so far. Feel unmelted, more and mountain, following yo, that shining star. Born a king, let me explain. Gold I bring to his acclaim. King forever, ceasing never. Over us all, he's gonna reign.
Star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright. Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to the perfect light.
Frankincense I'm bringing by, incense that will glorify. Prayer and praise and voices raising, worshiping our God on high.
I brought myrrh and bitter perfume for his body in the tomb, 'cause his life and sacrifice is gonna seal the devil's doom.
Glorious now we see him rise, King and God and sacrifice. Alleluia, alleluia, angels singing in the skies.
Star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright.
In the house now.
Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to the perfect
And it goes a little
light.
something like
Star of wonder, star of light,
Jesus.
star with royal beauty bright.
Come on.
Westward leading, still proceeding,
Yeah.
guide us to the
T to the E to the
perfect
S U
light.
S.
I hope you enjoyed that. We still have a lot of fun doing practice. And these guys, they work really, really hard. And if you've never done puppets, you're missing out, because they're such a joy that you bring to others and even yourself. And for them to hold their arms up that long, you ought to try it sometime. It's really, really painful. But I appreciate all their hard work and what they've done, and I thank Sister Melanie for, I'm out of breath, jumping in at the last minute and helping us out. And Brother Nate, we're ready to turn this back to you. Where are you? Come out, wherever you are.
It's a much better day today. Feel rested, refreshed. Nothing like when I left the office last night. I felt terrible. I wanted to help. I wanted to reach out to someone. I didn't have answers. As good as I am about finding answers, I didn't have answers. This clue book it kind of had me confounded. But you know, I went to figured out this clue book here, the Bible, all the stuff about God in it. talked to a preacher that I knew down at the church. And he helped me to see who this was talking about. It was a man named Jesus. And you know, I was so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm glad that I feel my spirits lifted now. And I'm glad that I know who I'm talking about here. But there was another part of all of this. I found out this Jesus, he is the hope. Jesus is the provider. He's the deliverer. He's our conqueror. He's so many things. And it feels good to know that I can call my client and I can have him come in. Yeah, hello. Yeah, come in right away. I've got all the answers that you need. This clue book you told me about, it's exactly right. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come in.
Okay.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Last time you went in here, you were telling me all your troubles.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something that's going to blow your mind. You ready?
Is it a gun?
No, it's not. This clue book, I don't know who it was that gave you this. This is the Bible. And this did things to me that I would have never thought would be done before. It's amazing. All of these things, yeah, I'm good at finding clues, but the clues I put together pointed to one guy. His name is Jesus, and he's the Son of God. The 3 Hebrew children, the Son of God was with them. You know, it started with the first couple. It started with Adam and Eve. Now, Adam and Eve needed somebody. They needed hope. And it said, thy seed will bruise the serpent's head. It's talking about Jesus. And then I looked and saw, you know what happened with Abraham. God provided a ram in place of Isaac so that Isaac didn't have to die. The ram, that was the Son of God too. It's just a picture of the Son of God. And this is this Jesus that I was telling you about. And the deliverer, as I said, with the 3 Hebrew children, it was the Son of God that was with them. And then we go to David. Something special about David. And he said these words, and I read these over and over and over again when he took that big giant down. He said, I come to you in the name of the Lord. Let me read you something. I started thinking, you know, I've got to find this guy, this Jesus. Because you know what I found out reading through this, and I did a lot of reading in this. I went home and I read and I read and I read and I read, and you know who it is? This Jesus. Do you know what he is? He is a healer. He's a deliverer. He's a provider. He's a conqueror. He is all of the things that we need him to be. He is everything. And he came and he sacrificed his life for us that he could take our sins away and he can make us new again and he can make us different. He can make us clean. He can make you different. He can change your life. He can make you, all of these problems, he can make them go away because he can change who you are. He can change who you are in your heart. And he can fix all the brokenness inside of you. All these addictions that you have with the money and all of the things that you have, he can fix them. He can heal your heart. Well, I had a client come in here that had a broken heart. He can heal a broken heart. I had a client that came in, a potential client that I sent out the door that had a broken arm. He can heal a broken arm. But you know what bothered me the worst is I had a client that came in here that didn't have anybody. That had nobody. But he is somebody. He is somebody. He's not nobody. And if we have him, he can be everybody to us. I want to just go back. I didn't even get their number. I didn't even reach out to them. I didn't know how. But now I know how. I know who to tell them about. But you know what the most crazy thing is in all of this that I found? I was looking for this man Jesus. And here it is. I want to share this with you. In Luke chapter 2. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth unto Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. So it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. She brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. There were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. The angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. That's you too. It says, For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. This shall be a sign. It shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. Suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. So you see, we were looking for a man, and he came as a baby. He came to be born so he could do all of those things for us, so he could die for us, so he could heal us, so he could deliver us, so he could be our conqueror, our provider, our hope. So he could do all these things for us. This is what you need. And you know, I didn't let it go to my head. But you know, there's not enough money in the world that could purchase this. He is everything to us. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell the world. I'm going to go tell the world about this man and how he came and how he gave and how he died. I'm going to tell them all about it. You can do with it whatever you need to, but that is all you need. I'm going to tell the world.
What is this guy talking about? I'm nobody. Over here talking about like Greek gods. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Is it? It can all, even me. I was outside and I talked to these people who had tried to come to this guy, and they said that he just turned him away, and I was so glad he took my case, but what about the things that I feel that I can't come to him about? No, I was smart. I know he's the detective. I don't need to come to him with all of my personal problems. I just wanted to figure out what was going on with this, but he's telling me that all of this gucky stuff inside that I gotta live with every day. telling me it could be all gone. I don't gotta live like this anymore. My debts are a mile high, and I feel like I've messed things up with my family to a point where I can't fix them. And my whole life has just went down the drain, but so does everybody else's. I'm just like, why am I special? If this was so good, so great, why isn't everybody doing it? Why have I never heard about this? Where is this guy anyway? What? So he had to turn away. I don't come to him because I saw he turned away people who needed healing. He just had to turn them away. I'm not talking to him about that. He turned away people who needed healing. He turned away people who had a broken heart. I don't come to him with those issues because I keep it inside and I deal with it. He had to turn away someone who felt alone, and I feel alone too, but I don't come to him with it. But then he comes to me telling me that all of those things that I didn't want to come to him about because they're not his problem. All of those things is what he comes and he says he's trying to fix. I didn't ask him to fix that. So if this guy can really help those people who were just lost. Forget my gambling debts. He's telling me he can fix the real issues here. So the people who were sitting out there crying because they couldn't afford the bills to get healed, they couldn't afford to go to the doctor, they couldn't afford counseling whenever they had a broken heart, and whenever they felt alone, he couldn't do anything about that. But if I can find this guy, forget the gambling debts. If I can come to this guy, he can fix all of those things. I gotta go figure this out. I gotta go see if I can find this guy.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Baby born one Christmas night, the star above shining bright, guiding three wise men to his feet. Angels fill the sky to tell the shepherds of Emmanuel, and staff in hand they walk on down to see the King. And he is here. One that we've been waiting for, he is here. In a way we've never seen before, all of darkness runs in fear, for he is here. The one that we've been waiting into this place to say a prayer and bless his name and hear what the preacher has to say. It's so easy to let it pass by, not take advantage of the time. The Son of God is not too far away from you. He is here. The one that we've been waiting for, he is here. In a way we've never seen before, all of darkness runs in fear. He is here. In a way we've never seen before, he is here. You're the one that we've been waiting for, all of darkness runs in fear, for he is here. He is here. The one that we've been waiting for, he is here. In a way we've never seen before, all of darkness runs in fear, for he is here.
Well, I appreciate